It's morning.
It's morning, day 19. This is our campsite that we were in last night, and I honestly think last night was my worst night of sleep.
Oh God.
I was twisting and turning. I was like wringing out my sleeping bag with me in it. I don't know. The zipper was all like spiraled.
You got twisted around.
I got twisted. I kept sliding off my mattress. I woke up like every 30-40 minutes with my arm falling asleep. It was just not a good night. So I finally fell asleep around 4, I think.
Jeez.
And that's why we slept in a little. We slept in till 8.
It's just a moments past 9.
Yeah, so we're about to leave. We have 13 miles to do today to get to Red's Meadow. But most importantly about today is it's Curtis's birthday.
Oh.
And
come on, everybody, sing it.
How old are you now?
12.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
Old enough.
Mm-hmm.
Old enough to have a gray beard.
Yep, gray beard. But you have a good life.
I do.
Yep.
Thank you.
So we're gonna...
Say it again.
You have a good life.
Oh,
you have an excellent wife.
Oh, thank you.
Your wife is so awesome.
She is. She is very awesome.
All right, so let's go.
We have 13 miles that are...
It's mostly net downhill. There's a few little lumps and bumps, ups and downs, but
it'll be nice to get
hopefully
to
we can bang it out because we want to get there quickly.
Because they have showers and ways to wash your clothes.
And food.
And yeah.
So,
okay.
Here we go.
All right, happy birthday to me. Later.
Okay, there's a Clark's Nutcracker right in front of us in this white bark pine. And these birds, their beak is specially adapted to the seed of the white bark pine cone. And they have incredible spatial memory. What they'll go do is cache the seeds throughout a pretty far distance from their nest and be able to recall where they put the seeds throughout the seasons where there's cold, snow, no seeds. And they're known to have some of the best spatial memory of all of animals, these Clark's Nutcrackers. Oh, it's eating. And there's a mutualistic relationship between the bird and the tree. The tree gets the benefit of having its seeds dispersed, and the bird, of course, gets the benefit of having a food supply.
I'm going to call this descent into this long corner of the carousel. I can see the trail way off to my left, looping back a different direction. So far, it's been a pretty easy morning.
Okay. Curtis always chooses the log approach, whereas I prefer the rock hopping approach to crossing water. Well, today's a series of little humps that we've got to get over. This is our second lump that we're climbing up now. Pretty gradual up and over this ridge.
Hello there, little fella. All right, we're still on this shoulder of the second mountain that we're coming across. But look at these views. Man, oh man. We've covered a lot of distance since starting in the south. And pretty much we've been through a good portion of this. In the trees, the ups and the downs, the ins and the outs, campsites, wonderful campsites, not so wonderful campsites. But today the temps are really comfortable. There's a nice breeze, lots of blue skies. I'm just hoping we make it to Red's in time for dinner. I know this numeric indication with rocks is for most of the PCTers, but for us, we've covered 100 miles from Woods Creek, which was where the 800-mile marker is. So it's kind of cool.
We're heading down into Deer Creek, and the rock has now really transitioned to pumice, volcanic pumice. Really clearly indicating now we're nearing the Mammoth area, which is a actually active volcanic area, Mammoth Mountain, and the town of Mammoth is actually in a caldera. So yeah, total geological transition from what we had been seeing to now this volcanic pumice.
And a little bit of Road Atlanta here on this trail. Still got about 6 miles to go before we get to Reds. We have made it to Deer Creek, which is a nice spot to get some water and take a rest. And I think we're just under 6 miles to go.
There's this little tiny stream, trickle of water right here. But the trail, dry. And up here, dry. So somewhere underground, that little trickle of water is flowing and emerging right here.
It's a beautiful little meadow with this little brook of water running through it. So pretty.
So this unassuming kind of plateau we've just reached is along the border between Madera and Fresno counties in California. But more importantly, for our purposes, this area also technically is a pass, a hydrological pass. So behind me to the south, the water flows into the Fish Creek, and ahead of me the water flows into the middle fork of the San Joaquin. Now I do think eventually all those waters converge into the main San Joaquin River and out into San Francisco, but this point, San Francisco Bay, this point here where I'm standing is technically a hydrological divide, and it counts as a pass. Ready?
Ever wondered what the bottom of a tree looked like?
Look at this rock monster. Looks like it's eating these plants. And these plants are doing a lovely job demonstrating root gravitropism and shoot phototropism, knowing which way to grow, which way is up and which way is down. Okay, Purple Lake is where we left this morning. Red's Meadow is where we're headed. And we're at a trail junction. This side goes up to Horseshoe Lakes and Mammoth Pass. And we want to go this way, which heads us about 3.5 miles to Red's Meadow. 3 weeks ago we were at Mammoth acclimating, and that right there is Mammoth Mountain, and on the top of it you might be able to see the very top ski gondola. It's 11,000 feet, and then we have these red cones around us, and it's kind of surreal being back here. 3 weeks later, we were 3 weeks ago we were acclimating on the other side of those mountains, and now here we are on our way back.
And then through the trees, you can't see it just yet, but we will eventually. The minarets,
yeah,
which
we'll
is a
see
very dramatic
this way
range.
We'll see the minarets, which we stopped and looked at when we were here in Mammoth. It's cool to be back.
Totally.
I think we're about 2 miles away from our destination of Red's Meadow. And we've been crossing through and over and past some really beautiful little seasonal brooks wildflowers. Saw some sort of frog or toad. And it's been a very, very good day on the trail. Looking forward to getting to Reds and taking this pack off.
Okay, we're descending the final bit towards Reds Meadow, and the forest has definitely shifted to be more of the red fir. And so the red firs have needles that are singletons, and they tend to grow upwards from the branch. The white fir grows flat out from the branch, and these guys kind of grow upward. And then if you look, you can see these in the distance. They have a real distinctive dark red, beautiful bark. So west facing slopes, which is what we're on, is where they're common, between 6,000 and 9,000 feet, which is also exactly where we are. So we're walking through this nice red fir forest. We're just about a mile outside of Reds Meadow. I wanted to show you the remains of what was called the Rainbow Fire back in 1992. This fire was caused by lightning, and apparently it burned so hot that you can see not a tree survived. And so in the 30 plus years since this fire has burned, see this new growth that's starting to appear in this area. New trees are germinating and growing, but still lots of standing dead. But those standing dead make good net cavities and homes for lots of birds and forest wildlife. So they're actually serving a role in the ecosystem here still. Look how this plant has curled up its leaves in the hottest part of the day. That's an adaptation to avoid too much water loss through transpiration. There's a really high evaporative demand in this habitat right now because there's not any forest canopy cover. It's real hot and exposed, and so that plant needs to try to not lose as much water as possible. So when it's cooler, it'll flatten out its leaves to maximize surface area for photosynthesis, and then when it gets really hot, it will curl up its leaves like that so it can prevent water loss by reducing the surface area that's exposed to the light and heat. So pretty cool to still see life thriving out here even after huge disruption. It's the nature of living things. Find a way, survive, adapt, and continue on. We've made the cutoff for Reds Meadow, so we're gonna head up about a half mile up towards Reds Meadow Resort and rejoin the JMT in 2 days after we rest here at Reds Meadow Resort tonight and all of tomorrow. This is pointing to where we want to go next, store and cafe. Ultimately, we want to go to Happy Owls, 57 miles, and we're coming from Mount Whitney plus 30 miles. So, all right, let's go get our store and cafe. All right, Curtis, what are you gonna order?
Well, I'm probably gonna get a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger, nice. And a shake.
Enjoy. All right, we have made it to Reds, and we are having food.
Wait till the shakes and root beer float.
Oh
get
my
here.
gosh, I can't wait till the shake gets here. I heard it's huge. All right, time to eat. Well, this is the cabin that my father-in-law has so generously arranged for us to stay in. He couldn't get here only because of the road construction issues. Otherwise, he'd be spending the night or 2 nights with us. Anyway, there's Gretel. This is the inside of our cabin.
Show him the fridge.
It has new floors. Let me show you the fridge. Oh, I'm sorry. What's that say? Oh, margarita. Anyway, some yummy, delicious, fresh things inside, which are going to get devoured. And we got a food supply. Just started kind of looking at a few things. Kitchen area. There is a loft up there. And then a nice little bedroom here. And there is a bathroom with a shower and that funky thing that you sit on. I don't know what that is.
The best thing is sitting down and not having to set up a camp for tonight.
Oh my gosh. No boiling, filtering,
No boiling or
no eating out of a sack.
Happy birthday.
Oh yeah, it's my birthday. How cool is that?
Pretty cool. Pretty cool to have a shower
Oh my gosh.
and a hamburger on your birthday.
Yeah, and a shake.
And a shake, yeah. But don't forget, we hiked
13
over
miles.
13 and a half miles today. And that was a good hike. It wasn't like overly strenuous or anything. It was just long.
No, the last, like you were like, okay, 1.6, 0.7, 0.3. And I'm like,
Yeah.
just tell me the total distance.
We were counting down. But it was good, really good to be here. We're excited. Kind of a little bit in a food coma. And after not sleeping well last night, I know I will really crash out and sleep tonight.
And the nice thing is we have a 0 day tomorrow. So catching up on some sorting and cleaning of clothes, which desperately needs, and figuring out what we want to take and what we don't want to take.
It's going to be early to bed for me because I am exhausted.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's only
It's about 8.
quarter after 8 right now.
Yep.
So
Yep.
good day today.
Very good day.
Yep.
Good night.
All right. Ciao.